Did a job with a bear one time. That was fascinating. He loved marshmallows. There were actually there were zero doggy disasters
Never.
on set. I mean, like, not even a passing of gas. There was nothing. These guys were pro.
I thought about that
And
when
the
I was
fake
watching
stuff,
the
I think,
movie.
was like sweet potatoes. Yeah.
You mean on Martin's floor?
There was that
What was
one, but
that?
then there was the
That
one that
was
was on like
crazy
our
good.
floor on the mat.
Oh, that didn't
Yeah.
look real to me.
From far away.
It didn't look.
One
real
of them
to
was a
me.
plastic pad.
Okay.
Wasn't. I mean, because I had to step around and nobody wanted me to slip. They were worried about that. But
Oh,
no,
so
these
about
dogs were
safety.
pro. They were so pro. Parker, our 2-year-old, the younger pooch, when he was too comfortable, his head would go back and his tongue would come out, and he was just.
I've never seen that. He's such a little bizarre
Weirdo.
guy.
Yeah. But that was probably like the only time you're like, hey, Park, come on, Park, let's go.
But he got
Come on.
comfortable very quickly with Milo. They
Yeah.
got really tight. So like, you had to do that a lot. Like it was to keep him
Well,
like.
you know what it was? I was aware that if I would just sit there and just like pet him because I wanted to pet him because he's so beautiful and regal, but I couldn't do that all the time because then he would just melt into the couch and I'm like, I gotta keep him attentive. So I would kind of try and keep more active with him, but also he's a dog, so he was kind of on a schedule. He would step off set, he'd go to his crate, he'd lay down, we'd make sure
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
get some water, he'd go for a walk, all that kind of stuff.
Very well trained.
Yeah.
The wide shots when they had to do something specific.
Yeah, but
That
I think
was tough.
actually I think it was more when I had to really disconnect from the dogs. You know, when I was on the terrace after her funeral, when I just had to focus on the emotion and what was about to happen with Martin Donovan and the scene with, you know, her character's father. That was, I think, those were the hardest ones for me because I couldn't really be too attentive. I had to focus on what I needed to do in the moment, and that was always difficult. She's
We
just
got
her.
married and
Yeah, secretly.
we had like a honeymoon.
Yeah, it was great.
And we came
Wow.
back and then we went into our lives. But,
Yeah.
I don't know what.
It just happened.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
easy.
happened.
It's easy
Yeah.
though. I mean, he's very, very calm and funny and like just gets it. And
Yeah.
we just
Yeah.
we have a good dynamic and we trust each other.
Yeah.
Well, it's always awkward the first time.
Yeah.
And we kept bumping each other's teeth.
Oh yeah.
And it made it hilarious.
Yeah.
And you can see, and I think that scene turns out amazingly because it's
Oh,
from
yeah,
their
yeah.
perspective anyway.
Sure.
So you don't know how like close you can get or how close you need to get or whatever it is. But especially having like a partner now in life, it's just like you do really have to consider that. And like there's always
Yeah.
boundaries when we talk about boundaries.
course.
But also like I trusted him. And we were acting, but also like we really like each other, so we're like, let's make it fun, you know. So
Yeah.
we were laughing hysterically, and that's where the intimacy comes in, really. I
Yeah.
think the more we laughed about things,
Yeah.
the easier things got. I'm not gonna say it. It was years ago, but it was.
Yeah, I think I had one life. I think I was like in my early 20s, and it was just weird.
Let's just say my mouth was 3 times smaller than that mouth.
It's like one of those oxygen things that goes on top.
I was like,
of you.
I can't even make this.
You were, yeah, it was
filler.
Bane.
I don't.
Bane.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Why? It's
I don't
just
know.
awkward. It's very awkward.
Yeah.
It is awkward. Let's just never pretend it's not.
No.
At first.
I think it is, but it's also it's kind of part of the job. It's like your job
Yeah.
as an actor is to bring to life a husband and wife, and
intimacy.
and within that, yes, is an intimacy that you have to play in a comfort level that has to perceivably be real. I mean, the way that I look at it, I want something to look as real as possible.
Yeah, so you want it to be comfortable as possible.
Exactly. So I think it's just a lot of communication and talking and like, I know your husband and when the camera's cut, it's like, well, you're Amanda and you're married and I'm Milo and I'm over here. So it's kind of like you just make things real when you're on camera. I get bit by my own dog when I was a kid, but it wasn't great. Yeah, this scar right
Thank
here.
God.
When I was 13.
It's the best scar.
Did a job with a bear one time. That was fascinating. He loved marshmallows.
That's my dream.
Yeah.
That's my
It
dream.
was pretty crazy.
I recently got accidentally kicked by my guy, my horse.
Oof.
I was standing there just taking a selfie with him. Don't take selfies with horses. And he heard something and he moved his knee just slightly, but his knee is very big and it hit my knee and it
Oh.
almost shattered it. It was very bad. And he was my
Ouch.
guy. He's my guy. He didn't mean to. He didn't know. Don't take selfies with horses unless
Or
they
elephants.
are behind. Or definitely don't take selfies with
No, I
elephants.
saw an elephant like pop a girl that was like trying to like take a photo
He didn't mean to, but
Oh,
it's
no,
like
that dude meant to.
Okay.
He was like,
Well,
please, excuse me, give me
I
a
mean-
minute. Helen Mirren, Samuel Jackson. I feel like everybody goes like Morgan Freeman, but I'm like, nah, maybe someone different.
maybe Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, Bruce Willis.
No, Paul Rudd.
Oh,
Would
he
be
did
Enzo.
look who's talking. So Bruce.
Paul Rudd did not do Lucas.
No, I said Bruce Willis. Sorry, you
Oh, yeah,
had your
Bruce
thought. I
Willis,
had my
right.
thoughts. 0.0%. They weren't
Liability.
yeah, it was such a bummer. I mean, I was with the Ferrari Formula One teams, and they put me in the car, and they told me everything I needed to know, and start the engines, and then they wouldn't really let me get on the track. Production wouldn't. There was no way. But I did. I went on a track with Patrick Dempsey in Sebring in Florida, and he took me about 180, 190 miles. I was
Picture
about
that.
180 miles
Patrick
an hour.
Dempsey driving Milo. Like the two of them in a race car driver going
Yeah.
almost 200 miles an hour.
Because that sounds like recipe for...
Heaven on earth.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people want to see. I turned down one once, and they
Yeah.
haven't called me back since. And it was a big one.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it because I didn't want to be. That's the
Yeah.
truth is I didn't want to be green for 6 months out of
Yeah.
every year. Do you know what I mean? Like beautiful, beautiful stories they tell through superheroes. And my daughter's really obsessed with superheroes now. And I wish, part of me wishes I had done it, but the other part of me is like, I had a life to live, and I don't think I would have been happy.
I mean, I would, but I just look at it as just like a character, And for me, it's always the alter ego to the superhero. I always loved Bruce Wayne or Clark Kent or who these people are outside of their superhero persona. But what I love about a film like this or another TV show that I'm on right now, they're attainable heroes. They're attainable superheroes. They're inspirational men that we can look up to and aspire to be, and I kind of like that world.
As actors, I feel like I can talk for a lot of people. It's so much more fulfilling to be in a scene with another human, doing human things, talking about real life. And that's what we did here. That's why I think that's another reason I did it.